Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Renee Allen and Friends Show. We have a wonderful guest in the studio. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome. Right. Mwah.
Miss Renee.
Hi, I'm Dr. Renee Starlin Allen, the host of the Renee Allen and Friends Show here on WLVS Radio, the largest online radio broadcast in the United States. Well, this platform is for people to really know what's going on, not just locally, but globally.
Oh, I love it. They say you're the man's the head, but we're the neck. And we put them wherever we want to put them. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
I want you to just talk about a few pieces, and then the fundraiser, because that's what I'm excited about.
Okay. We forgot about love. Beautiful love.
Bringing you the best in entertainment, entrepreneurship, business owners, the whole gamut. It's so exciting. I am so impressed. The vibrancy in the color and the details. Can we hold one up?
Oh, absolutely. I'll hold on. I'll hold up one of my absolute favorites.
So you really can't judge a book by its cover, and pageants are about beauty and brains and what you can bring to the platform.
'Cause girl, when you're here, nothing goes wrong. Yes, I need you everything.
Bringing you the finest in chefs in the DMV.
Oh my goodness. Wow, this is awesome. Thank you so much. Smoked pulled pork.
So everybody wave to your parents. You are looking at Somerset's finest, the sophisticated ladies. Yes! Thank you so much, ladies. And I hope to see you on my set one day. Thank you. God bless you. And we're going to be doing a lot of collaboration and a lot of great things together. Glory to God. Bam! Boom! Ta-da!
Oh yeah, we right here, y'all.
Something you never had, you need to do something you've never done.
Yes.
We gon' sing right here. Yeah, Miss Renee. Oh yeah, we gon' do it here. Right here in Listen Vision, y'all. Oh yeah, Miss Renee. I like how you sing it. Girl, I like how you sing it now. And where we at now?
Hello, and welcome to the Renee Allen and Friends Show, live here on WLVS, the largest online radio broadcast in the U.S. And guess what? We're right across from Howard University, and we're in the nation's capital. How good is that? Thank you for tuning in. I'm so excited. We're celebrating Women's History Month, and we have a phenomenal woman on the line, one whom I adore, love, respect, listen to with 4 ears. She just fills my soul and my heart so great and so good and pours into the earth every day of her life. I want to introduce her. It's Dr. Jasmine Skolak, affectionately known as Dr. Jazz. She's the pastor of Victory Grace Center. That's victorygracecenter.org. She's the daughter of Thunder. She is known as the female bishop, T.D. Jakes in Red Bottom Heels. And she's the founder of Finally Me For Real. Dr. Jazz, are you on the line?
Yes, I am. Hey, Renee, it's a Victory Day.
Victory Day indeed. I love you so much. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, I am just tickle pink, and the whole studio and everyone's excited because we have the Dr. Jazz on the Renee Allen and Friends Show. Wow. So I know you were supposed to come on next week to close out Women's History Month, but you have such a full schedule. I'm so glad to have been able to reschedule you for today. So I am just waiting on the edge of my seat about what you have to share with us today.
Oh, Renee, first of all, thanks for having me. Of course, I can't even begin to say how much I appreciate you and celebrate you and a phenomenal job that you are doing. And then unless you are living under a rock. Our lives have turned upside down the last 3 weeks with Corona 19, and we want to be sensitive and mindful for those who may have Corona 19 and those who if they don't have Corona 19, they got 19 kids in their house because all the schools are closed. and and I know this is some turbulent time, but I always come to reassure people that even in crisis, we can remain calm. Even in crisis, we can remain calm. Of course, we're concerned, but we can still remain calm in crisis. And one of the reasons why, particularly for those of us who are women, African American women, is we know how to handle tough stuff. We've been through some stuff before, and it's amazing that this is happening in Black Women History Month, rather, and we are still making history. We are able to manage, Renee, our husband, our kids, our jobs,
Yes.
and ourselves all at once.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, how do you manage and balance it all, Dr. Jazz?
Yeah, I believe this one of the secret of life is balance, and that is you while you're taking care of everybody else around you, you ought to also take some time for yourself. Renee, you know me, I am big on self care. Like for
Yes.
instance, many of us who are home have to work from home. I did about 8 hours, and then I got up and walked 3 miles today, drinking my water, getting my 8 hours sleep, because I believe in this moment you're gonna experience one of these three things. You're going to have a vacation, which you can't fly anyway. So that means it's going to be a staycation. A staycation means you get to stay home. You know how many people been asking for a good night's sleep and to get home in time before the sun go down? Well, they get to do all of that now.
Hallelujah.
And then I say there's also not a vacation or staycation, but a praycation. All of us are praying that this thing will not last beyond when they're saying it's going to last.
Yes, ma'am. Wow. Yes, just taking over everything. Everything's been canceled. I took precautions today. We have alcohol wipes. We only have, I think, 6 people in the studio, so that's less than 10. So I'm being, obedient.
Yeah.
And I know you had your church online this past Sunday, which was phenomenal.
Thank you. Thank you. And we had this thing, Super Bowl women, where we were going to honor some women and we had to cancel it. But even with that being said, I know there's a lot of people on this call in Women's History Month have to understand that we are super bold, not with BOWL, but BOLD, bold women. That means a super bold woman is somebody who dared to go where they've never gone before so they can do what they've never done before, so they can see what they've never seen before, so they can have what they never had before. Let me say it again. A Super Bowl woman or man is somebody who go where they've never gone before so they can do what they've never done before, so they can see what they've never seen before, so they can have what they never had before. And I think you were at my church a couple of weeks ago when I teach people that you can live in one of these zones. Number one, you can live in the comfort zone. Comfort zone, you're just comfortable with where you are. You're glad that you got a few pennies and you're comfortable. Your marriage is comfortable. Your family is comfortable. You're just comfortable. But you can also live in the dead zone. The dead zone is where there's no creativity. There's no passion. There's no excitement. It's people who say, I owe, so off to work I go. They have no joy in going to work. They don't like what they're doing. They don't like being by themselves. They don't like their family. They are in a dead zone. There is no creativity, no excitement, no joy. Every time I wake up in the morning and I open my eyes and my feet hit the ground, I say it's a victory day, because I could have
Yes.
been dead, I could have been crippled, I could have been paralyzed, but I got the opportunity to stand on my own 2 legs. So you can either live in the comfort, the zone, or the dead zone. But I believe this is the time for us to live in the opportunity zone. In the
Yes.
opportunity zone. This is an opportunity. And here is how opportunity shows up. Opportunity shows up in the form of opposition or problem. We have never been here before. We've never seen this before. And this is a great opportunity. I mean, this is not the time to shrink back. This is the time to be courageous. This is the time to be alive. I'm hear people say, oh my goodness, what is happening? The world is coming to an end. No, the world has just began. What are y'all talking about? The world has just began. We get to do some amazing things. What is that? We get to focus on our family, Renee.
Yes.
We get to focus on our family. Yesterday, I was walking through my neighborhood. I saw fathers out in the street teaching their boys
Come
how to
on
ride
now.
their bicycle. I see husband and wives holding hands. I see mothers holding little kids and looking in their eyes. You know what the children got? The children got their parents back. And
My
what I
God.
told people is we have built houses, but now we are building homes.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
build houses and now we are building homes. And John Maxwell says life consists of 5% of what happens to you and 95% of how you respond. Now, listen, you can either react or respond. I choose to respond every morning I wake up and say, it's our victory day.
Yeah. Yes. There's not one day that goes by that you don't say that. And it gives me so much energy and does something to the earth when you say that. Because everyone wants to be victorious.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I tell people the way you have to be victorious is you have to make a decision. And as we celebrating our Women History Month, we know women who have climbed higher mountains than we have. I was reading something on social media, and they said years ago, Renee, you were in the military. They wanted you to sacrifice for your country by going overseas. All they asked us to do is sit on a couch. On a couch. There's no reason to complain. We get a chance to spend time with our family and connect with our family. And there's an energy that's in the earth. I know everybody's talking about fear and corona.
What happened? Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're back.
Yes, I'm still here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I mean, families are coming together. There is involvement, there is engagement, there's amazing thing that is happening. So I don't focus on the negative. I focus on the positive. And the positive is I got faith, I got family, I got friends, I got my health, and I got a little finance in my pocket.
Yes. I know I was speaking with you the other day, and you said it was something so funny. You said you had the cash. What did you say?
Listen, and your mama tell you to have something different. I was taught have cash and gas, cash and gas. If I got to pay somebody to take me somewhere, or if I got to drive myself, I got cash and gas.
Yeah, I was telling you, my mom always said, make sure you had clean underwear.
Well, that is absolutely true. Clean underwear, cash, and gas.
Wow. Well, let's talk a little bit about the Victory Grace Center, because every time I walk into that atmosphere of victory, it does something to me. And the people who follow you, my goodness, can we just talk a little bit about Victory Grace Center?
Absolutely. 4 years ago when I moved to the DMV, I came to a church and then I had to leave that church, and God told me to start a ministry. It's called Victory Grace Center, VGC in the DMV. And the whole purpose of it is to teach people how to walk in victory. And we want them to walk in victory in 5 areas. We want them to walk in victory in their faith, in victory in their family, in victory in their finances, in victory in their flesh, that means their fitness, and in victory of their fight. Whatever they're fighting, if they're fighting alcohol, if they're fighting drugs.
Yes.
And so at our church, we teach people we are not victims. The difference between a victim and a victorious person is victims blame everybody. Well, my mama wasn't there, my daddy wasn't there, my dog ran away, my cat died, I'm saying my fish flipped over and died. That's a victim mentality. When you're victorious, you take responsibility, because what I've learned, Renee, is while your mama might have not been there and your daddy may not have been there, they may be responsible but not to be blamed.
Come on.
Let me say that again. They may be responsible, but they are not to be blamed. They may not have known better. They didn't know how to do better. Maya Angelou said, until you know how to do better, you can do better. So while they're
Wow.
responsible, we are not to blame them. We can't keep doing the blaming game. We see husband blaming wives and wives blaming. You see it right now, even on TV. The Republicans are blaming the Democrats. The
Yes,
Democrats
yes.
are blaming the Republicans. The president blaming this one. Hey, listen, let's get off of the blaming mentality and let's own up and let's do something together and have a victorious country and a victorious nation. So we tell people, don't come around us if you're going to sing that sob story of a victim mentality. Who hasn't been through a divorce? Who haven't had no hard times? Renee, you know my story.
Come
My
on
mom
now.
died when I was 14. I have no clue who my daddy is. After 4 years of marriage, I went through a divorce. I've had it. I'm from Trinidad, but I have learned to take a licking and keep on ticking. I have learned how to rise above it.
You are not only preaching. What I love about you is that you're always teaching. You know, you're always pouring in and pouring in. I mean, you're like a ever ready bunny rabbit. You never stop. I love it.
Well, in the words of Beyonce, I woke up like this.
Yes, y'all see the pictures going up on the screen. She is gorgeous. Yeah. I wanted to talk a little bit about one of your mentors, Bishop T.D. Jakes, because you talk about him a lot, you quote him a lot, and it's really made a difference in my life, especially about the planning in decades. I love when you talk about that. A lot of people love that.
Yeah, what he said is think in decades, plan in years, work in months, live in days, and celebrate moments. So think in decades. That we have to think beyond 2020. That's why I said even if you think this year is not a good year, the decade could be a good decade. Because you
Yes.
still got 9 more years in the decade. Come on, everybody.
Yes.
And this is how I look at it, Renee. If we get to stay home for the next couple of weeks, this is going to be a great year because God is letting us get some rest. Hello, somebody.
Hello.
Because when we hit the ground running, so I tell people this is not the time to procrastinate. This is the time for you to plan. This is the time. So you want to think in decade. I'm thinking 10 years ahead. I'm in 2030. I'm in 2030. And you know how old you're going to be in 2030. What you want to do in 2030. What do you want to have between now and 2030? What do you want to be between now and 2030? Who do you want to help between now and 2030? You can't think short term because if you're only thinking short term, you're going to get discouraged. I bought some stock because everything is on sale. Wall Street is on sale. So I bought some stock. And when I was talking to my broker, I said, listen, I'm not thinking about the stock is going to turn around at the end of this year. I'm thinking it's going to turn around by 2030. I don't need it this year, but by 2030, this bad boy better be on the upswing. And so I'm going to get my money back. So you have to think in decades. Then you plan in years. Plan in years. So you move from 10 to 5 backwards. Plan in years. From 2025, 24, 22, 23, all those things. And then you work in months. You work in the month that you have. And Renee, I always tell people, you cannot plan in the month that you are in. But somebody talking about, can you come over to my house or next week? I said, which month? You're talking about March? March is already done. When you are in it, it's all about execution. And then you have to live in days because the bottom line is, while we plan for 2030 and we think in years and we work in months, the bottom line is, Renee, all we got is the day. And you know what I told you? At the top of every month, the first of every month, I call everybody that I need to tell I love them. I call my family, I call my friends, I call you, I call my dog Simba, because the second is not promised. The second is not promised. So who you need to tell you that you love them, tell them today. Who you need to forgive them today. Who you need to ask forgiveness for, ask forgiveness today. Tomorrow is not promised. And then celebrate moments. And moments is different things. Celebrate your wedding. Celebrate your anniversary. If you've been through a divorce, celebrate it. You don't have to put up with no craziness no more. Celebrate moments.
Yes. Oh, we're all over here excited. Look at the faces, and everyone's loving this. That's one of my favorite things. And of course, finally, me for real. I had the honor, everyone, to be at the inaugural conference, women's conference that Dr. Jazz gave. And I'm not going to steal your thunder of who was there, but can you share what a magnificent time we had?
Oh yeah, we had a great time with Finally Me for Real. And when I started this movement, particularly geared towards women, because I think it takes so long for women to step into who they were authentically created
That's
to be.
true.
That sometimes we are everything else. We faking the funk. We are cheap imitation or watered down copycat instead of being an originator. And I believe in order for you to be authentic, be powerful, you have to be authentic. So I started this movement, Finally Me for Real, and it covers the making of me, the meaning of me, the messy me, and the miracle me.
My
Let me
God.
say it again. The making of me, the meaning of me, the messy me, and the miracle me. And I take women through that. Of course, last year we had our conference, and I had Dr. Lynn Richardson, I had MC Light. Of course, you were part of it. It was
Yes.
just amazing. And it's a journey to help women to be finally who they were authentically created to be. And the reason I started this is for many years, Renee, I try to be everything but myself.
Come on
Because,
now.
sometimes when you are you, people call you in different, it see you in negative light. We have twins at our house, Cam and Chloe, and Chloe came home and the teacher sent a note, and the teacher says that Chloe got in trouble today because, and look at the word she used, Renee, she said because she was bossy. Bossy. I had to go to the school the next day, and I said I need to talk to the teacher. So I pulled the teacher to the side. I said, "What do you mean bossy?" She said, "Oh, Chloe tries to tell people what to do." I said, "Baby girl, that's not bossy. That means she's a leader." Hello, somebody. She's a leader.
Hello.
We don't use bossy in our house, and we are not going to let you project that on Chloe. Because we assume, because women are assertive and we're confident, we're bossy. I want to use the other word, but we are on the air when and I can't use it. That's what they call us.
Yeah.
No, I'm not bossy. I just know who I am. I'm just confident
Yes, yes. And bold.
and bold.
Come on now. Well, it was a wonderful comment. And also, you had your birthday. And let me tell y'all, it was all white. It was like a sea of heaven. It was just beautiful at the Carlisle in Virginia. And she had a Hollywood spotlight, 20 photographers, red carpet. I mean, I was I was blown away, Dr. Jazz.
Oh, thank you so very much. Well, Renee, I'm getting ready to drop something online because I realized with Corona-19, one of the group of women, particularly women, are going to experience in difficulty. If there's any group that is going to experience some difficulty, especially if they're single women and they are the only breadwinner. So I'm getting ready to drop Finally Me Business Network.
Yes.
Hello, somebody.
Woo!
Finally Me Business Network for women. I want to help women to get a piece of the pie.
Yes,
Get
I want a
piece
slice.
of the pie. And so I'm talking to Dr. Lynn Richardson on how we can coordinate with her and get her to teach our women
Wow.
entrepreneurship, home-based businesses, because it's time for us to own piece of the pie.
Yes,
and really,
yes.
when everything is this low, it's going to go back up. And women have to get in on the ground zero. We have to get in on the ground zero. So my desire this year is to teach women to have wealth, because I tell
Yes.
people, poor simply means passing over opportunities regularly.
Come
Let
on.
me say it again. Poor means passing over opportunities regularly. We have an opportunity in front of us, even in the midst of Corona-19, and women have to get the emotion out of the way, and they got to get off their knees after praying, and they got to go and do something and structure their money so it works for them.
Yes. Wow. I feel so beyond blessed and privileged that God crossed our paths. You pour into me. You have, lift my soul out of a dark space with a family situation that I was dealing with for 3 years. And I will always love you for that.
Well, you know I love you more than life.
Thank you. Oh, I'm so blessed. I mean, my goodness, thank you, God. So, listen, Dr. Jazz, what would you say to the woman that is still in that funk of not knowing her authentic self, and she just doesn't have anyone in her life to really motivate her, encourage her, or even inspire her? What would you say to her today? Because people will be listening to this footage for years to come.
Yeah, I find myself by looking out or looking up. Now, I know this is going to sound so crazy because I think one of the things the church has done is the church has made us so look up, 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 up. And I have no problem with looking up to God because He's the source of my joy, the source of my peace.
Yes,
Or,
yes.
or they have taught us to look out. Look out, look out, look for somebody, look for Gucci purse, look for Louis Vuitton, look for cars, look for a house, look for a man, you know what I'm saying? Look for a woman, look out, look. But to find yourself, you have to have the courage to look within. You have to have the courage to look within. Because, Renee, everything you need is inside of you. When
Yes.
God created you, He put everything you need inside of you. And so many times we so focused on looking out and looking up. I tell people, listen, you're not waiting on God. God's waiting on you. Everything you need is inside of you. When Moses was passed going across the Red Sea and Moses called on God, God said, "What you calling on me for? What you got in your hands, bro? You got a staff in your hand. You better use that staff. If you got a rock, you better use that rock. If you got vocal cords and you can sing, you can use that. If you can tap dance, use it. Whatever you got." So I tell
Yes.
people, stop telling me you waiting on God. God is waiting on you to discover who you are. And self-discovery begins with looking within. So for those who are going to be listening and these couple of weeks you're home, I want you to turn the TV off. I want you to get off social media and look within yourself because I teach women this thing. My heart knows the answer. Say it with me, Renee.
Yes, my heart knows the
Answer.
answer.
Every question you are going to ask, your heart knows the answer. But you have to be still enough to let your heart tell you the answer. Should I marry this joker? Your heart knows the answer. Should I buy that house? Your heart knows the answer. Should I start that business? Your heart knows the answer. So I say, speak to me, my heart, because your heart knows who you authentically are. Your heart knows the answer.
You are one of God's hearts. You know, I call you diva for God because you are such a diva. And then you really are so genuine. I want to share you with everybody. I try to every day of my life. And Yelena and Ivar are here in the studio saying, I love her. I love her. Yes, we love you, Dr. Jazz. Any last words? Anything you'd like women to know, or men or even children?
Yeah, I just want to encourage everybody. I know it's some difficult times, but listen, I tell people the word victory for me stands for this. The V is victorious. The I is being innovative. The C is Christ-centered. The T, I am thankful. The O, I'm an overcomer. The R, I'm resilient. And the Y is yes.
Oh,
That's
yes.
my name. My name is Victory, and so is your name also. Hey, listen, Renee, thanks for having me. Make sure y'all follow me on all my social media platforms. I am Dr. Jazz.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Jazz. Thank you so much. What a treat on the Renee Allen and Friends show, the Dr. Jazz. Finally, me for real. She is the real deal, and that's all I can say. I am going to be sharing her with whomever was within 3 feet of me because that's how much I love her. I love women who are real, who, aren't just talking about empowering women, but are showing it through their actions. Less talk, more walk. Dr. Jazz, we love you. Listen, we have to go to break, y'all. Hope you enjoyed that. I know you did. Thank you very much. We're going to talk to Silver Logan Sharp. She was my first guest 5 years ago on the Renee Allen and Friends show. And I believe DJ Child is putting Find Me. Thank you. Enjoy.
Questions echo in my mind. these empty streets at night, I'm far away from home. I'm living in a no man's land, wandering without a plan, falling when I try to stand. I'm fading as I'm waiting. It's a lonely world without you, and I'm a lonely soul waiting for your return. You're the hope that I hold on to. I am here for you to find me, find me. I see you when I close my eyes. I see you in my dreams. You tell me that in perfect time you will rescue me and take me from this broken place. Come to me and kiss my face. Promise me I'll be okay and save me from my breaking. It's a lonely world without you, and I'm a lonely soul waiting for your return. You're the hope that I hold on to. I am here for you to find me, waiting here for you to find me, find me. Take me from this broken place. Come to me and kiss my face. Promise me I'll be okay and save me from my breaking. It's a lonely world without you, and I'm a lonely soul waiting for your return. You're the hope that I hold on to. I am here for you to find me. I'm waiting here for you. I am here for you to find me, waiting here for you to find me. Yeah, yeah. I'm waiting here for you, waiting here for you to find me. Come find me. Come find me.
Welcome back to the Renee Allen and Friends show on WLVS, the largest online radio broadcast in the United States. I'm so excited. I have my girlfriend here and celebrity makeup artist, Makeup by Yelena.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Great. And
Ooh, mine has a different ring to it.
I'll take this one. You have this one then.
What? Oh, I like them both.
Look at this makeup, y'all. Flawless. Oh my goodness.
5 a.m.
Yeah. I love it.
Yes.
Listen, I always give credit where credit's due, and I actually met Yelena at DC Swim Week with our friend, my dear brother Mo Dukas with BKE, and I do that every year with him. And she did my face. I normally do my own face. Like today, I did my own face.
She does a fabulous job.
Thank you. You gave me some good tips too. But I said, Mo Dukas said he wanted me to have my face done and my hair done. I was so glad that he pushed that.
Yeah.
Because I got to know you.
Yeah.
My face was fabulous.
Yes.
And I didn't have to worry about doing it.
Exactly.
That's extra stress.
Yes. We got a lot of pictures of us doing
Yes,
it.
yes, thank you. So how did you start with makeup? I mean, why
makeup.
Yeah.
Well, I was about 13 years old, and I started looking at magazines and different TV shows, and I noticed, wow, the celebrities just always stand out. What is it about them? Obviously, it's their confidence, their inner beauty, right? But it was also their makeup, their glam, their hair. So I decided to walk over to CVS at the time, because I was only 13, and I started looking, browsing through the aisles, and I realized, wow, this is where the power is. You can transform. Yes.
Yes.
So it started there, and I started just copying different looks, and over time my friends would ask me to do their makeup for prom, homecoming, fashion shows, and so it just led from one thing to the other.
Wow. Well,
Yes.
I always am curious as to how people start. You know, because people think you just woke up like this. Like, look, Dr. Sarah said, you woke up like this. But it takes a journey.
Not me.
I believe you. So listen, I want to talk about what we just experienced last weekend, because I almost couldn't make it, and I'm so glad I was able to come.
I'm so
So
glad
let's
you
talk
came.
about that collaboration,
Yes.
what you're doing.
Yeah, so I have some really cool products here, different brands, but I want to speak about one in particular, Get Glam Beauty.
Yeah.
So the cool thing about Get Glam Beauty is by somebody who's local to our area. Her name is Michelle Quick.
Yay, I'm Michelle.
Yes, hi Michelle. I met her through Axel from Axel Makeup Academy, who you
Yes.
guys have to know as well. Follow them on Instagram.
He glows my décolleté with really nice
He
glitter.
does. Yes, I think we know the secret to
Yes.
that, right? Because you purchased it.
Yes.
So Michelle, she's actually from California, and she lives here with her husband and amazing kids. And she started her own makeup line, and it's a wonderful brand. They have lipsticks, lashes, lip glosses, wonderful products that are all vegan. They're all very good ingredients, and that's my biggest thing. Whatever we put on our skin really goes into our bloodstream, so we have to be very careful and very mindful, and don't just buy anything.
Yeah, that's a big deal, because your
yeah.
face looks like it's
Thank
truly
you.
flawless.
Thank you. I pay attention to the ingredients.
Pay attention, ladies.
Yes, pay attention.
Look, it was called Makeup and Mimosas, right?
Yes, Makeup and Mimosas, and this is the first of many tours that she's going to have.
I'm excited.
She's going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
You guys need to follow her.
And you know what I
Miss
love
Michelle.
about you? Yes, Michelle. What is it? Say it again.
Miss Michelle.
Yeah.
On Instagram, Miss_Michelle.
I love it.
Yes.
You talked about her for at least a month before I met her.
That's true.
And everything you said about her was right on point.
Exactly.
You know, you edified her so much, I thought you were overdoing it, but you weren't.
I never did. I don't know how to overdo anything.
But
Other than
she
makeup.
was awesome. Yes, her husband. Everybody was just so wonderful, and thank you for inviting me.
I'm so glad you were there.
Thank you, thank
You
you.
were the shining star.
No, you were the shining star, and Michelle were the shining. You two were. Oh, and her outfit.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Everyone looked really, really good.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's talk about the makeup line.
Yeah, so I brought a bunch of things that I purchased over the last month. She's like, you're buying too much, but no, there's no such thing. So these are lipsticks, beautiful, beautiful shades.
Oh,
I'm
that
going to
is
be painting all
gorgeous.
over myself. This is red, beautiful red. This makes your teeth look so white.
Wow.
It's called Ruby Rouge. So white teeth, you got to get the red.
That second
And
pink is
then-
the one I purchased
I
right
know.
there.
So this is the one that you purchased. This is Barbie or Baby Love.
Baby love.
Yes.
My baby
and it's
love.
perfect for spring. Perfect for just like a smoky eye and a pop of pink. And then if you want to go a little more bold with the pink, This one you would like too. This is
Yeah, I love
called
it.
Barbie Dream.
That looks beautiful too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Michelle has a daughter, so obviously we understand where some of these names come from. Baby Love, Barbie Dream.
Oh, I love it.
As well
Yes,
as the
yes.
sun. Yes, and then lip glosses and lashes. Lashes are so beautiful.
I love the casing.
I know. I love the rose gold. That's
Mm-hmm.
her colors. So these are just like really pretty, natural. Some are more bold. Yep. So we have
Yes.
fun. But I'm really glad I met her because we have a lot of good plans ahead.
Nice. That's good.
Yes.
Collaboration,
We
partnership.
want to collab. She's got the products. I have the knowledge. So together we want to bring it to all
That's
the girls
amazing.
around
Yeah.
this area.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll help you in any way that I can too. Now, what are
Absolutely.
those? Those are see. I like the big lashes.
I know, me too. Me too. So this is actually, well, this is a magnet.
Oh, a real magnet.
This is a real magnet.
Okay.
But why do we need a magnet? Because these are magnetic lashes.
I've heard of those.
Yes, I've been
Yeah.
using
Can we
them
get
for
a
2
close
years.
up on that, DJ Chow?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, awesome. Right here. Oh, okay. Okay.
Put it right in front
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we'll put it right here.
Yes.
So basically, the way that it works is.
Oh,
thank you.
Oh, to hold it like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll be holding because they're probably
Yeah.
calling us. But basically, what this is are lashes that have 5 tiny little magnets on them. You can't even see them, can't feel them. You put on a lip liner, an eyeliner. You put an eyeliner on that's actually magnetic. But don't worry, it's not bad for you. I know when you hear magnetic eyeliner, what does that mean for my eyes? Nothing. It's just iron oxides. And most products already have that anyway.
Really?
So you put that on, let it dry, and then bloop, it literally just snaps on. Yeah, we featured them on Fox 5.
Yes, Fox. We have a picture with you at Fox
Yeah.
5. That was an amazing segment.
Yeah.
And you can give the shout outs because, matter of fact, your girl came to Makeup of Mimosas
Yes.
on Fox 5.
Stacy.
Yes, Stacy. And all
Stacy's
of
on
them.
vacation right now. Whoops. She's on vacation. It's her husband's birthday today, actually.
Oh, happy
Or
birthday.
Timo.
Yeah.
Yes, but she was the one who really believed in me, and she said, "Hey, we're gonna get you on the segment because I really love
Yeah.
what you're all about." So, unfortunately, she wasn't there because she had the flu at the time.
Yeah, but
So,
what
we
matters
still-
is
well,
she
she did it.
the
yeah.
connecting of women,
Yes.
and that's what I love about our circle.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Vivian Avakova and the whole Inklot. Kenya.
Oh,
Woo, you see how we said that together?
Kenya's my heart. I love Kenya so much.
I love her pictures when she posts them. It's like from the magazine, like a big celebrity, like magazine, like
She
a.
is.
Yeah.
Kenya is a celebrity.
Yeah, but her
Yeah.
pictures look like she's celebrity photographers following her.
Probably.
You see, yeah.
Because they are.
Love her, and I met her at DC Swim Week as well. I got to thank Mo Dukas for a lot.
Oh, was that
because
your
I
first
met
time, too?
first time I met her like 3 years ago.
Oh, 3 years.
Yeah, at the embassy. The I think it was the Italian embassy. But that's the first time I met her and her husband. Yeah, and then 3 years later I meet you.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
We
I
actually
love it.
met by accident,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
We
yes.
walked in together.
That
and we were
long
just-
line.
Long line.
That long
yes.
security line at the
Because it's
embassy.
the embassy.
And we were right there with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
God
was
crosses
like this.
paths.
Boom.
Yeah, boom, boom.
Yeah, that's how a lot of my biggest relationships in my life were like that.
Yeah,
I don't have a ton of relationships,
Yeah.
but the big ones that I have, it's like instant.
yeah. Me
It's like
too.
I see you and
You know.
I know.
Yeah. You just
Yes.
know. Yeah, you know what we're talking about, y'all.
It doesn't have to be romantic relationship. It can be all sorts of relationships.
Yeah. And I met your husband finally
Yes.
at Makeup and Mimosas.
Yes,
I
you
fell
loved it.
in love with those St. Frank Sinatra eyes. Girl, y'all have the cutest babies. Now I see the combination.
Yes.
Your babies are so
They're
adorable.
so
they have a little of him, a little of you. Oh, I love it. I
Yes.
love it.
It's good to be a mom.
Yes, yes. And I know
Good
you
to know.
really, really love being a mom.
I do.
Works full time, has her business, entrepreneur, wife. Wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and you still
But-
do it looking like this.
But
Come on now.
us women, we have to do a lot because we're capable of it. And I think that's what's important to
Yeah.
remember.
That's true.
Even
That's
when we're overwhelmed, like, oh my gosh, life is too much. No, it's not too much. It's never too much.
Yeah, Yeah. I love when you say things. I'm just looking at her. Listen, it took me a while to get her here because she's where. Listen, I know one of your mentors in the makeup business. You went to, I believe, New York.
Mm-hmm.
We might as well talk about that because you've talked about, yes.
I love
Talk
Mario.
about why you love him so much and what you've learned from him.
Sure. Mario Ivanovic. He's celebrity makeup artist. I'm sure all of you guys know. He's known for doing Kim Kardashian's makeup, but she's not the only one. He's done so many celebrities, and I just love his journey. I started following him before he was even famous, before even Kim was famous. I started kind of watching, and again, like, obviously we never met in person at that time, but I was like, I need to know you.
See, spoken
because
into existence.
I felt his strength, I felt his drive, and his difficulties too, because it wasn't like a hello, I woke up like this.
Right.
It was a journey for him. And so over time, I started going to his classes starting 2015. And since then, I've been to 4 classes.
Wow.
And recently, I got to do a hands-on training with him. Yeah.
That was amazing.
The
You need to
master
go to her page.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was just a whole other experience because he was right there next to me and showing and just walking around. And I was so nervous. I literally could not sleep the night before. I was completely just on, like, I don't even know, zombie mode.
You could feel the energy from the picture, like the two of you, the energy.
Yes.
You can't fake that.
You can't fake
Yeah,
that.
I love it.
I
So
wish it
what do
had
you
more.
want to tell women for Women's History Month and beyond, whether it's makeup, whether it's motherhood, whether it's entrepreneurship, what do you want to tell them?
Yes. Well, makeup is just a part of, a little part of us, right? What really it is strength and dreams. And I think it's important to remember to follow your dreams. I think dreams can be very scary, and sometimes they're not as practical as the safe route. For example, I have a full-time job. I work in finance and make home possible. Not to give away too much.
Right.
So, and that was my safe route. I wanted to feel safe. However, had I gone full force with makeup, with glam, where would I be now? It could have been a completely different story. But
Well, it's just begun for you. It's just begun for you.
Yeah,
I mean, I see all of that in
Thank
your
you.
future. Your kids are young, but I see you just Hollywood and everything. I really do.
hope
Not just
so.
because of your talent, but because of your heart and because you wear it as you walk, the
Yes.
glow of wanting women to be empowered
Exactly.
through makeup and through just inspiration.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm
don't
so
be-
glad we crossed
I'm
paths
so glad too.
You know,
I think we're going to be together for a long time.
forever. Yes, and I'm going to make sure you meet Dr. Jazz because I saw
I
you
would
over there,
love
Dr.
to.
Jazz.
Well, my face was like,
That's why I shared it with you,
Yes.
both of you. And so she has a lot of events. I'll make sure I invite you so you
Please.
can meet her
Yes.
because I know you two to really hit it off
Yes.
as well.
I love her vibe.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe I'll bring you to church. We'll talk.
Okay.
So how do they get a hold of you, Yelena?
They can find me on Instagram. I used to be very much, no, I'm not going to do Instagram. I'm very private. And actually, I bumped into Mario in Miami 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. And I was like, this is a sign. I need to just get on this Instagram
yes.
and show off the beauty. Why are we going to hide it?
Show it off, all that.
Not just me, but my clients. I had years of experience where I didn't even take pictures of my clients. I just did it because I felt it, because it felt good. I wanted to empower women through beauty. And then I would just walk away without pictures.
Wow, because
So
you were
now-
doing it from the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now
One
it's
of-
like, we're going to show.
Yes, and I love when you show it.
Yes.
And DJ Child, one of my favorite pictures of her with the jewelry around her face. Did you show that already? I love it. Can you show it again? I love this picture.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So if you want your makeup done, you want classes, lashes, lipstick, the whole gamut. How do they get a hold of you again?
Makeup by Yelena. It's Yelena. On Instagram. You can find me on Facebook, but I'm most active on Instagram, and I will answer your DMs, I promise, because you are my priority.
Oh, that's your tagline. Did you know that? That's
Yeah.
gonna be you
It's
are
gonna-
my priority.
It's true. I will never, no matter what happens in the future, I will never ignore people. And
I
just
love it.
everybody's
love
going to
you.
be very important
Yeah.
always.
Yeah. Beauty, brilliance, heart. You have everything.
So do you.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for coming
Thank you.
today.
Thank you so much for
I'm
having
always,
me.
You're welcome. I'm always watching you. You need anything, you are welcome to this platform at any time.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be talking because we have some projects coming up.
Yes,
So
we do.
yes. So check out Yelena, Makeup by Yelena on Instagram, and tell them your full name.
My name is Yelena Scheidler.
Just because I didn't want to mess it up.
Oh, that's okay. I mess it up all the time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We'll be right back. Enjoy Emma G, who launched this song on our show about 3 weeks ago.
Breaking in my headspace, I'm trying to get my feelings straight. I've overthought my mistakes, I turn water to wine, so hard to stay sober. I'm damaged and I'm love stoned, so hard to remain in control. Rewriting what I thought I know, and I'm drinking it in, but the lesson ain't over. And I can almost pinpoint where we went wrong. I'm not about the sad songs, the foundation said I'm good to go. No matter what comes my way, I'll be smiling every step I take. I'm a legend, make no mistake, that I'm living proof that love wins. No matter what the future holds, I'm here and I'm not letting go. I'm a legend, baby, you should know that I'm living proof that love wins. Living proof that love wins. It's strange to who I used to be, but I'm not going down quietly. I know I create my destiny. When it's right as life, the evergreen knows it. I left behind the what if, I broke up with the negative. I'm flirting with abundance, and I'm drinking it in. My purpose is magic. I can almost pinpoint where my love began. I'm so glad that I know who I am, 'cause I'm the woman, I'm not the man. Whoa. No matter what comes my way, I'll be laughing every step I take. I'm a legend, make no mistake, I'm living proof that love wins. No matter what the future holds, I'll be here and I'm not letting go. I'm a legend, baby, you should know I'm living proof that love wins. I'm living proof that love wins. Hey! Hey! I'm living proof that love wins. I'm living proof that love wins. No matter what comes my way, I'll be dancing every step I take. I'm a legend, make no mistake, I'm living proof that love wins. No matter what the future holds.
Welcome back to the Renee Allen and Friends Show. I sound like Carolina Kitchen, but I love Carolina Kitchen. So hello. I'm Dr. Renee Allen, the host of the Renee Allen and Friends Show. I am having a ball today. This show went too fast. I'm sitting here with Iva Benson, who I met at the press conference at the Press Club earlier today, with the TIS Foundation. And I wanted to, can I put this a little closer, DJ Child? Just so they can see. The TIS Foundation is to inspire strong families and communities. And today, it was Rise Up America COVID-19 response team. And what it was, thank you so much, the TIS Foundation collaborative interfaith initiative addressing the national health and economic concerns of local vulnerable communities, the underprivileged, the people who we really need to be worrying about to make sure that they're not forgotten and that they get the basic things that they need. And the TIS Foundation is doing just that. There were so many wonderful people, including Iva. On behalf of Dr. Oge Irono, there was Dr. Fernando Daniels, Aramida Peters, Jennifer Wider, Dr. Jennifer Jones, Reverend Dr. George E. Holmes, Dr. Glenda Hodges, Ron Bugsby Sr., myself, Reverend Dr. Carl E. Keels, Orlin Johnson. Just wow! I mean, it was just so phenomenal, and they brought attention to COVID-19 and the call to action. So that'll be up and about, and you'll be able to check that out. I'll be able to have that on my website. But look, our last few minutes, I met you there today.
Yes.
I love women. I mean, I had like a string hanging from my skirt, and she was the only one to bring that to my attention. And I was getting ready to go on stage and had been around everybody for a half hour. So when I have an attentive woman and then a woman of empathy to make sure I don't look like a fool, I love that. That goes a long way with me, and I try to do that everywhere I go. So thank you for that publicly.
Thank you. Thank
so
you.
who are you and what do you do?
My name is Iva Benson. I founded a nonprofit. It's Making a Better Me Life Skills Training Organization. It's for teens, young adults, and their families. It's a life skills training center. We're advocates also for the homeless and for at-risk communities where the citizens there feel like their voices are not heard. So I've been a community service leader for over 15 years, and I've been in the community. And I just started this nonprofit because I have a bigger vision, because I feel like we can bring our communities together, build stronger communities with unity and love. Yes. So I'm out there now, and I'm out there feeding the homeless. I have programs in place now while this is going on that will help low-income families start businesses, help you get loans, help you get capital. I'm trying to open a location in DC, one in PG County, and one in Baltimore City, because those are the three places where.
And I love Prince George's County.
Yes,
yeah,
and that's where I'm from.
Wow. Well, let me tell you, now I see why. I mean, Dr. Emmanuel Irono is a serious foot soldier for the communities and the underserved. My God, for 25 years. And he's so humble and just sits back and lets everyone do what they have to do. And for him to bring you says a lot, because he brings the real deal people who are out there foot soldiering for people who are underserved. And I just want to congratulate you and thank you for all that you're doing.
No, thank you for allowing me to come on your show.
Thank you. How do they get a hold of you?
You can reach me at bensoniva7@gmail.com. You can call the organization at 301-613-3045. The website is Making a Better Me Life Skills Training Organization.giving.org. We're sponsored by Giving.org, a larger organization that helps nonprofits get started.
I love it. I love it, and I love you. Thank you, Iva. Thank you, Yelena. Thank you, Dr. Jess. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I want to just say the Same Sister podcast, check that out. That's my niece who graduated from HU, and Asia. And also the Chris Thomas Show tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. It's the Chris Thomas Show with Dr. Renee, yes, yours truly, at 11:30 a.m. on 1450 a.m. And it's such a hilarious hoot to be sitting next to the original mayor of Rap City, Black Entertainment Television. So thank you. God bless you. Peace. Oh, my son Chase. my love, my rock. We're going to be doing something. We had to postpone it because of what's going on in the world right now. But Dawn Harvey, she has the title, the cover of his book. Everything's in place, and that's coming to you soon, maybe next month. So be staying tuned for that. Thank you again. God bless you.
Stay hopeful.
Yes.
Miss Renee Show. Hey, Miss Renee Show. Where we at on Miss Renee Show? I said, where we at, y'all? On the Miss Renee show. Yeah, where we at, y'all? Hey, where we at, y'all? Right here on Georgia Avenue. Oh yeah, we right here, y'all. Miss Renee show. We gon' sing right here. Miss Renee show. Yeah, Miss Renee. Oh yeah, we gon' do it here. Miss Renee show. Right here in Listen Vision, y'all. Oh yeah, Miss Renee. I like how you sing it. Girl, I like how you sing it now.